These nuts. Ha. Got him. What's up? See, there you go. You highlighted the message. There, you spent your channel points. Welcome back to another Captain Mac live stream. As you can see, it is, again, bright as fuck out today. I mentioned in the last live stream that we would be bringing back, we would, Ligma candidates. What's up, Scorpion? How you doing today? I mentioned that we would be bringing back the Zen through on Saturday with Dark Souls 3, but I changed my mind. I don't want to have the Zen through be the first episode of Dark Souls 3 be ruined by this fucking lighting issue. So I'm going to push Dark Souls 3 to Sunday, go to IKEA, get my desktop on Saturday, and I'll get some blackout curtains while I'm there because it's a very long drive. Then on Sunday, we can play Dark Souls 3 with the correct lighting. But instead, I'm just getting, for today and for tomorrow's early morning live stream, I'm getting blinded, which is epic. And I can't have my proper lighting and all. Also, I set up Skeleton Man. He's hanging out behind me right now. The camera was actually focusing on him for a second, but he's awfully handsome, so I don't really blame the camera. I don't know if I'm keeping the chair there, but I think it's a really good spot now that I'm seeing him sitting there in the background of my stream. It looks really good. Luna is there. She's sitting in the rung that'll be easiest to see while I'm building. Do you guys want to hear a fun story? A not at all frustrating story? Meaning, Instant Noodles, what's up with you? Let me tell you what's up with me. So my new apartment has a washer and dryer hookup, right? So I have to either buy or rent a washer and dryer in order to use that. Or I could use a laundromat, but I hate laundromats. And buying a washer and dryer is really expensive, so I'm going to rent. And so the apartment provided like a certain warehouse for me to call and like set up, a rental of a washer and dryer. And this is I have tried to call them a couple times. Number one, like the problem is they're based in Texas, so that means they're 2 hours behind me, which means that pretty much as soon as I'm off of work, they close. So, and they're only open during the week. So it's been really difficult for me to like get a chance to call them, right? But I've tried to call them before, and one of the frustrating things is, when you call them, you get like the classic like list of options for like services they provide, and none of them have anything to do with renting a washer and dryer. They're like, pay your bill, hear the call in Spanish. Sun's getting a bit darker right now. If they bill you directly, you can talk to a customer service agent about that. If you're like a property that has a contract with them, whatever it may be, none of the options are, hey, I need to rent a washer and dryer. So today, I decided to call them while I was on my lunch because, again, I can't really call them outside of work. So I called them while I was on my lunch, and I just kind of chose a random option, and I got connected with someone, and they asked for my account number, and I said, I don't have an account. I need to rent a washer and dryer. I need to set up an account. And so she said, okay, let me transfer you to customer service. Then I sat on hold for the entirety of my half an hour lunch. And right before I have to like go inside, I get connected to somebody and I say, I need to rent a washer and dryer. And they say, oh, I'll have to transfer you to, and I just immediately cut them off. Like I never say anything to like customer service people in any kind of way that could be construed as rude. But I straight up was like, I have been on hold for 25 minutes and you're telling me they connected me to the wrong person? And she basically said yes. And I said, okay, well, this was my only chance to call you today. Thanks for nothing. And I hung up the phone. And it was really rude. But I was very pissed off. Very pissed off. Their customer service is so shit. It's an appliance warehouse. Why are their hold times half an hour? What, that doesn't make any sense to me. And then when I finally get connected to somebody, it's the wrong fucking person. Are you kidding me? I was pissed. I came in from that lunch angry. I did not have a good lunch. You know, I sat on Reddit with my phone on speaker listening to horrible hold music the entire lunch. My entire lunch. My entire like break from the day. I was on hold. I was so pissed off. So that's how my day's been going so far. Yesterday I unpacked my kitchen. So I have my glasses back. I have all my plates and stuff. I got my KitchenAid and set up. I have an absurd amount of cabinet space. Like way more than my old place. Like now that I'm seeing how much cabinet space I think like this new kitchen is in a technical sense larger in that it has more counter space and cabinet space. It's just smaller because it's more like closed off. But like, holy shit, I didn't even get close to filling up all of my cabinet space. And in my old place, I was constantly struggling with how much cabinet space I have. So that's kind of pog. I've got like 2 entire cabinets that just have nothing in them and like several others that are not even close to capacity. So, you know, my issue with the fact that I don't have any storage space in here because they only have one closet in the entire apartment, maybe I should just start putting stuff in those, you know? I guess that's got to be an option because I've got a fuck ton of cabinet space. But anyway, while I was at work today, my media stand got delivered. I've been using my coffee table to put my TV stand on top of for the time being. So, you know, I figured we'll build that little boy on top of it. We'll build that little boy and it'll be great. Okay? Put stuff where you have space. I'm gonna have to have tissues in my kitchen because I don't have a fucking like linen closet. Hold on, my shoes are in the cabinet. We opened that top cabinet right above the fridge. I got condoms in there. All right, same drill as last time. I gotta leave you on the start stream thing for a second while I maneuver my camera over to the other tripod. And I can't see chat right now, so if you're talking shit, you better stop. My cables are such a mess. I don't have, like, everything set up yet. Like, I'm still trying to find some stuff amongst all my boxes. Plus, like, with the whole my desktop being the wrong size thing, I haven't worried that much about cable management, so my cables are just an absolute mess right now. Which is not very poggers. I've not once in my life talked shit about Mac. I don't know if that's entirely true. You've probably talked a very small amount of shit about me, but I don't know about none. You did talk shit about me. When I played Breath of the Wild on stream, you made fun of me for liking spears. You called spears a baby weapon. You did talk shit. Don't pretend. You're not the perfect Samaritan everyone thinks you are, Microwave. You liar. That is such a specific memory. I must have hurt you deeply back then. It was just so out of character. I wasn't expecting it. Okay, that's not what it's supposed to be showing. Probably because I never plugged it back in. Hang on a sec. There we go. Okay. Now I gotta transition my microphone into a position where it can be used for this. Why is it not turning at all? Look at Luna. Little idiot. Has a giant media stand. I can't win. I can't win with you guys, can I? Am I pretty well in frame? Is the lighting pretty good? All right, I gotta pull up chat here. I don't know, like not Discord. Twitch offers a way. There it is. I found it. I'm just messing with you. I think that stand will be fine. I know for a fact I've hurt Mac in the past. Was Luna sniffing me? I can't see her. All right. Hi, monkey. Monkey baby. Big stinky. All right, let's get this son bitch out. This one costs like a decent amount. I didn't cheap out on my media stand so much because I actually plan to use it and all. So hopefully this one will be pretty nice. But we'll see. It's definitely not the most expensive media stand in the world because I'm cheap still, even if I'm not cheaping out. I need a trash bag. I forgot to grab a trash bag. Uh-oh, the chat is not updating on my phone. Disconnected from chat. Why did it disconnect me from chat? Hang on a sec. Try chatting, guys. I gotta make sure the chat works. I gotta grab a trash bag. I'll be right back. Twitch doesn't want you to read us. Luna is so cute. That is true. Okay, it seems to be working. Tiny, stinky Luna. That's right, you smell terrible, Luna. I can smell you from all the way over here. Pro tip, break styrofoam so it fits better into sleeping, or into trash bags. It's not much of a pro tip at all, it's just kind of a thing I do. All right. Let's see how much of a pain this thing is going to be to build. If at all. This won't be that bad. It's very manual. It's going to be very manual. It's very like... I mean, this is what happens when you buy cheap furniture. There's not a lot of assembly done for you, so that's all it is. But it's going to be very IKEA-esque in the amount that I need to do. Like, every little thing from putting screws in and all that is going to be done by me. But that's fine because I know how to build furniture. My new mattress came in. I'm excited for a good night's sleep. I feel that. That's how I felt when mine showed up. And so I stayed at 3 hotels in my journey to Oregon. Two of them, one of them was really nice. One of them I had a great night's sleep on. One of them was great. One of them was only okay. You know, I slept on it for sure. 360p and it's still lagging. Oof, big F for that one, boys. And then one of them was just kind of horrible. I mean, honestly, the sheets felt like sandpaper. It was terrible. So I didn't really get a good night. And like the nice hotel was the first night. So there was 2 nights where I really didn't get great sleep because the hotels weren't great. But and then my first night here, I slept on the floor. And then I finally got a mattress and I felt so much more comfortable. Sandpaper sheets can exfoliate your skin. All right, whatever you say. What up, Hellhander? How you doing? Welcome to the furniture building live stream. You know what? I'm planning to pivot my entire channel to just be furniture building. You know, like everybody complains about how hard IKEA furniture is to build, right? Like that's the meme. IKEA furniture is hard to build. Here's a secret, guys. It's not. You're just an idiot and you don't know how to build furniture. So I'll make a channel where I just build furniture and I just teach people how to build furniture. And I'll go and I'll build everything IKEA has ever. I'll build every piece of furniture that IKEA has ever released. And I'll just make tutorials for everything they've ever had. And that'll be my entire channel. And legitimately speaking, I would probably get a lot of views for that. Have fun with that. I'm done building for the day. Good for you. I'm glad to hear it. I have a lot more to do. And also, like, I'm getting covered in, like, chunks of wood and shit. And the styrofoam. This thing is messy, so shall we say. I've never thought IKEA furniture was hard to build, but people were always like, oh, it's impossible. You can't read the instructions because it's all in Swedish. It's like the diagrams are pretty fucking clear. Do you have no spatial awareness? Just look at the diagram. It's like, God, you morons struggle this much building IKEA furniture. It's a good thing none of you have ever tried Gundam building. I'd so much rather watch a vid that read a Jucky book. I don't think that's what you meant to say. I'm just going to assume. You are right, Microwave. You are right, I suppose. It's weird. Like, so I have two brothers. There's three of us. Between the three of us, I am the only one that has a sense of direction. Both of them, like, will be in, like, a mall. When we were kids, not anymore, because we all live apart now. But we'd be, like, at a mall when we were kids, and, like, they would just get lost just walking around. And then, like, I just know exactly where we are and how to get out from there. And I never understood how they didn't know, because it's, like, it's not that hard. But I just have a brain for that kind of thing, I guess. The amount of umlauts in the furniture title is its difficulty rating. The less pronounceable the word is, the more difficult the furniture is build. I'm folding laundry, not paying full attention. I'm pretty sure that's what he meant. Microwave. No one knows how to spell that word because we're not German. This box says legs, but there's a lot more than legs inside of it. There are legs inside of it, but more than just legs. I know there's two more stuck up in there. There we go. Three more, actually. Fuck. And I'm going to scratch them all to hell. Throwing them around like this. Alright, we found the parts. It's a good thing I grabbed my toolbox. This one definitely doesn't come with tools to build. God, so wasteful. There's so much packaging materials. Welcome back to Captain Mac channel. Today we will be building the Skargeden Kargeden Giga Den Schlagen. I'm always surprised when I find people that speak German outside of Germany. Like, what do you mean you understand me? No one speaks German but Germans. That's just not a thing. I feel like Germany kind of gets forgotten a lot, just in general. This is a pretty solid piece. This feels like it's pretty solid in general. Pretty solid piece of furniture. Fuck, my trash bag just bumped the tripod a little bit. Sorry about that, boys. I wish I could forget Germany. I used to... Shut up, Jared. What is your favorite power tool? I don't know that I have one. I guess it would be drill because it's the only one I really know how to use. Does that count? Does that count as an answer? This piece is heavy. Oh my god, this is all the trash that was in there. And we're not really done with it. Okay, I'm going to stick that off frame. Lift the pieces here. We're going to lay this cardboard out flat. We call this, in the furniture building industry, a non-marring surface. What does that mean? Who fucking knows? But we'll build on top of the cardboard so we are at less risk of scratching any pieces. Non-marring, that's correct. I've heard they got good beer apart from that. I don't know apart from that. BJ Blazkowicz wishes he could forget Germany. I don't know who that is. When I took German in high school, my German teacher would always show us this very strange like German drama from the 90s. I wish I could remember the name of it because I want to know if like Microwave has seen it. But it was it was just like teenage Germans doing what teenage Germans do, but it was always so, I don't know, just odd. It was just an odd show. That's how I would describe it. All right, I need E first. E. Give us the E meme back. Bring back the E meme. E meme was where we peaked. I think we all can agree with that. I probably haven't watched any German media. It's so weird to me to think that like so many other countries just kind of watch American shows. Like obviously yes, like other countries have other shows, but it's like, oh, a shit ton of like the biggest best-selling movies in other countries are just American-made movies because they don't have as established of movie industries. Was E 2019? I don't know what year it was. I don't even know what year I was born, Scorpion. You expect me to remember that far back? You expect me to remember anything pre-COVID? Luna, come back. People want to see you. I also don't watch American shows. I just watch Captain Mac and anime. They're basically the same thing. I think we all can agree. Like little flecks of like styrofoam and like pieces of wood all stuck to everything. Now I need F or D, whichever one pops up first. F. Can I get an F in the chat? No, we're good. No Fs yet. Pre-COVID was a fever dream. I choose to believe that we've actually been in a pandemic the entire time and that like the time before was just some kind of figment of my imagination trying to escape it, only to realize there is no escape. That's true. That's basically all you would be consuming as a Captain Mac fan. Shit. I'm gonna need a screwdriver. Fuck, I didn't grab my drill. I'm gonna need my drill. Probably right now even. Stop making so much fucking noise. Captain Mac ass. What the fuck? I gotta go get my drill. This is a threat. I still remember when COVID was addressed on our job sites. It was insane. Maybe nobody in this news has watched Hunter x Hunter. I read 3 chapters of Hunter x Hunter, and then the website I was on jumped to chapter 320 something. So I haven't read it anymore since. Because now I need to find a new website, and that's stupid. They do not make this very clear. No, they do. I'm just dumb. I see. Let's see how this goes. What's the screw size? What's the screw that it needs? Part N. 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 It gets good like 100 episodes in, I promise. I'm not against reading some more. It's just the website I was on fucked me over. I should probably just watch it. I mean, the art style is kind of horrible, so. Then again, it is also the beginning. The beginning of every manga has a horrible... In fact, I almost feel like a manga has to have a bad art style to start with in order to be good. Because I've seen so many manga with good art styles, like, just get canceled. I don't know what's up with that. Like, it goes to show that art does not make a manga. You can have dog shit art and still have a good manga. I mean, shit. Has anybody? I know Jess has, but has anybody here read the first 50 chapters of Bleach? Kubo did not know what the fuck proportions were back then. Now he's like a god tier artist, but not then. The author has terrible back problems, so it's more of a light novel. That just makes me feel bad for criticizing it. I'm gonna pull this dowel out now. Shit, I didn't put a bit in my drill. Oh, fuck. This is not like a great first step, to be honest. It's kind of like you have to do some funky shit to get this going. Oh, give me a bit. Give me a bit. Give me a little bitty bit. I want to go with... I bet this 2 will be a good size. Bleach? I barely know her. Relatable. ...2011 adaptation has top-tier animation, and you only miss out on the Forest chapter, which you read already. Forest. First chapter, not Forest. I said Forest. I thought I read it as Forest, but... One Piece 2, the beginning of one... Like, it's charming, and it's not, like, bad art, but the beginning of One Piece basically just ripped off of Dragon Ball until Oda found his own art style. You kind of have to have bad art if you want to have a good manga. I don't know why. I suppose it's always charming. It's not like after it gets better, it's kind of charming to like go back and see it, but there have been some manga where like reading the first few chapters was like hard because of how rough the art was. Anime Return is in production too. What is Anime Return? Bleach? Oh well, yeah, I know. I told you about it. Remember? I sent you the article that mentioned that Bleach was coming back, and you lost your shit. And I knew you were going to. Bad art equals save money. Lets you establish the world building without killing your budget. Gives your beginning artists some time to practice. That's a good point. I think, like, you know, it's more than anything, like, if a manga has a bad art style and manages to succeed regardless, that's indicative of the quality of its story. And if it has a good story, then it has a lot of room for success. Whereas, you know, a manga with a really good art style that has a horrible story, Hey, can I cut it? I hope I didn't just absent-mindedly install that upside down. Oh, well, actually, there's no upside to E, so I just have to make sure I install D the same way. So that's good. We're all good here. That's H. That's not what I need. Yeah, but it's actually happening right now. It seems like it's been happening for like 4 years. These dowels are not very well suited to the holes that they're going into. They're like just barely too thin, so they're really easy to fall out. Like dowels should be like tight enough that they kind of just hold it together while you do your thing. But these aren't like that. You want to know where I'm at in One Piece? I'd be interested in hearing it, yeah. Have you made it to episode 50 yet? I don't remember. Damn it, I never know what episode it is. I know it's chapter 50. Chapter 50 is like the first moment where you read One Piece and you're like, holy fuck, this is special. Also, what did you think of Buggy? Scorpion didn't like Buggy, and it made me upset. Buggy's like a goat character. Far of Hedia, they just arrived on. Oh, Whiskey Peak. Okay, so you saw Zoro get fucking dunked on by Mihawk. That is like one of my favorite scenes in the entire series. I fucking love that shit. Nothing like watching Zoro almost get killed and have a permanent scar for the rest of the series. Chapter 50 is Mihawk. Scorpion. Buggy's funky and funny. You're watching the anime, so you know. I don't know if you're watching it subbed or not, but his voice actor is fucking awesome. It's hilarious to listen to him. You've never heard. There's no other voice actor besides like Buggy's voice actor that can really like bounce between being menacing and being hilarious that fucking well. Like, he can sound scary at times, but then he just, like, loses his mind screaming, and it's hilarious. Ha, jack me, Hawk won't like jack me off. I'm gonna pull these dowels out for now. Like I said, they're not staying in very well. It was so cool to see Zoro not being words but also actions. Yeah. God. It's such a good scene. And like I told this to Scorpion when he read it through, but like or when he saw it, and I'll say the same thing to you, but like you won't get it because you're too early on, just like he was, but really basically every sentence of that entire encounter is important world building. You just don't know it yet. I've been a bit surprised that nobody really dies in One Piece so far. No, it's actually a meme. It's a meme in the One Piece community that Oda refuses to kill characters. Even minor characters that, like, definitely died, they come back. That's not the piece I need. Really, like, you can tell when a character properly dies in One Piece because Oda makes it really obvious. If it isn't really obvious that a character died, they probably survived. Like, people will die in backstories all the fucking time. They will die in backstories. But in real life, not really. Not much. Not doing much of that. The one thing that confuses me is how Zoro and Sane always get their asses beat so much first and suddenly have all the energy in the world. That's just kind of a thing with One Piece. Like, Luffy always gets his ass kicked too. Not so much early on, but I like that though. I like that like they don't win constantly. They struggle to get their win. Kind of pees me off. Kind of pees me a bit, but it's not too big an issue. I can live with people coming back to life. Oda explained it in a SBS segment once. It's basically a quirk of Luffy's character, and it's actually like really fucked for Luffy. What he said was that Luffy deems losing your dream as worse than death, so he lets his enemies live with their dreams crushed. That's why Luffy doesn't kill any of his enemies, because he wants them to feel the bitter taste of their dreams being crushed. It's kind of fucked up. Luffy's really out here being like, no, your dream is dead and I want you to know that. Luffy's really out here like death isn't enough death is too good for you. I'd rather you live knowing you lost than die holding on to your dream. Luffy has the same mental handicap that Goku does? Not really. He does early on, for sure. But he matures. He does do the same thing that Goku does, where it's like, well, if I beat them once, I can beat them again, so he doesn't worry about like leaving certain problematic people alive. Fuck! Which hasn't really come back to haunt him yet, but I have a very strong feeling it will in soon. I haven't read the manga. Has Luffy kissed a woman yet? Goku's never kissed his wife. No, but Luffy's also pretty much asexual. I mean, it's never like explicitly said, but it's pretty heavily implied that he has no interest in women. Scorpion knows what I'm talking about. Which I don't know why that doesn't get talked about more. One Piece has kind of the best representation of asexual people in the form of Luffy. Like, yeah, Oda's horny as fuck, and Sanji's a super womanizer and all. But then you have Luffy, who's basically asexual, and you have Zoro, who wants women and men to be treated as equals. So that's kind of pog. And then you have Nico Robin, who exists and makes the female gender better by extension. That's a joke, obviously, but I do think Robin is an awesome female character. We must protect Robin. Everyone must protect Robin. Robin doesn't need our protection. That's what you're missing, Scorpion. You need to protect yourself from Robin. She will grab your testicles with her growing hands and crush them unabashedly. She's done it before. She will literally break your neck. She will dislocate your limbs. That's what Robin will do. Think she needs our help? I made the mistake of not checking filler episodes and has suffered through the dragon filler. God, that was so fucking dumb. I hated that one. The One Piece filler is like the bottom of the barrel worst shit ever. God, I hate it. It was cute, but fillers are so annoying. They're so poorly written. Stream was lagging, so I didn't get most of that, but I'm not a perv, so she wouldn't. I don't know what you're responding to at this point. That was too long ago. There's not a clear indication of... No, there is. There's a clear indication here of which direction is the face. Look, my ring is magnetic. You probably can't tell very well. It's a bit too far away, but this piece is stuck to my ring. Now it isn't. There's zero character development, and in the case of Toei, who has very little respect for the integrity of the story, sometimes it's actively detrimental to characters if someone doesn't know that it's not canon. Sometimes I think about the fact that y'all know Kyoto Animation, Kyoto Annie, I believe is what they were called. They did stuff like Silent Voice. I think they did Beyond Boundary. They did a lot of really good anime. They got like someone like burned down their building. It was an arsonist. People died. It was really bad. It's really upsetting because not only because of the loss of lives and loss of a great studio, but because they did all this amazing work and someone decided to fucking burn down their building and whatnot, which is not great. But sometimes I think about why they targeted KyoAni and not Toei. It's a joke. Obviously, it's a joke. It's a bit fucked too, but just a joke. Obviously, I would never wish death upon anyone at Toei. I just wish they would give up One Piece. Still awaiting Chopper's arrival. He'll get there eventually. He's got a lot of preparing to do. He's a little boy. Yeah, no, the KyoAni Fire was really fucked. For a number of reasons. Not only because they're an amazing studio, but just because it was kind of fucked in general. Like, it would have been fucked no matter who it happened to. Hi, Muna. What's up? You want to help? They can see your butt. They can't really see you up there. You couldn't have gone for the second run where they could see you better? Luna's a quiet cat in general. She doesn't make a lot of noise. She meows and merps. But that's about it. Okay. So I need those dowels again. Alright, then I need those lock nuts. Ow, yeah, he banged my elbow. Ha, nuts. What do you think, Stinky Girl? You like it? You like the furniture? I think it's pretty nice so far. I mean, we'll see once I get deeper into the build, but so far it seems like a great choice. There's kind of not a lot to talk about when it comes to early One Piece. You know, there's a lot to talk about once you get into like the world lore and shit, and you get pretty deep in. You get tastes of it where you're at now, but until the world government gets involved, you don't. There's you know, it's just kind of like, wow, that was a cool fight. Wow, Luffy sure did beat that guy. And you like watching it, obviously, because it's entertaining just to watch them do their thing. But like once you start getting to like all the conspiracy theories and like slavery and racism and all the shit that's in the world of One Piece, that's when we start having to shut that talk about, boy. Why is this not going in? Come on. Oh, I didn't like that sound. But it's in. Most of the story is on the Grand Line, or do they leave, or is this spoiler? Did I do something wrong? Why is this like sticking it down over the red edge? Is that supposed to be like that? Did I install this upside down? I might have installed this upside down. Fuck. Most of the story is in the Grand Line. That's all I'll say. Alright, I need these dowels back. We're gonna flip this around. Fuck you! Stay in there, goddammit. Why is my phone making all this noise? Twitter? Shut up, Twitter. Twitter? I hardly know her. I also need to read JoJo Part 8 now that it's finished. I read JoJo Part 8 up to a certain point where it was like at the time. But then I didn't keep up with it, so I have no idea really what happened in it. So I'm starting from the beginning. And I want to try to finish JoJo Part 8 before JoJo Part 9 comes out, because then I want to kind of be part of the hype train with JoJo Part 9. One Piece so far is really good at cliffhangers. Oda is a legendary cliffhanger man. The motherfucker basically lives on a cliffhanger, on a cliff himself. I never like had so much excitement after a single chapter the way I do with One Piece, and it's every chapter. And then you gotta wait a week, or maybe 2 weeks. He's also really good about when he decides to take his hiatuses. He always takes 2 week, or not hiatus, but when he takes his breaks. He always takes a break, so he has 2 weeks for the new chapter instead of 1 on really big moments. Alright, what do we got over here? I need, not H. Not I. I have no idea what part this is. C. Do I need C? I think I need C. Yes, I do need C. Hoggers. Now I have to remember that I'm looking at this upside down right now. And I need more dowels. Where did I put my bag of dowels? There they are. Okay, so if C is on this side of the picture, it's on this side for me. Make sure the grooves line up. Give me some of them lock nuts, boy. Red Shanks is great. Did you read did you read / watch Fairy Tail at all? Did you recognize that Gideon in Fairy Tail is basically just a rip-off Shanks? And that's not even like speculation. That's like confirmed by the author. Come on. Not Gideon. Gideon isn't his name. Gildarts? Gildarts was his name. He's just a rip-off Shanks. Where the fuck did I get Gideon from? Smoker Guys 2. I love Smokey. Smokey's great. His intro is fantastic too. I love the him with the kid who like smacked into him with his ice cream. That's super cute scene. Why is this not like going well at all? Stop doing that! I would appreciate it if you would just go in peace. Okay. There we go. Got it. Watched one episode of Fairy Tail and didn't like it. Fairy Tail was so cool when I was like 14. I find Fairy Tail is very One Piece-esque, which is the nicest way I could manage saying it's copyrighting a lot. It's copying a lot. That's like admittedly too. The author is like a massive One Piece fan and just like did a bunch of the same shit. I feel like Fairy Tail is kind of the root of the whole like meme about anime characters just needing the power of friendship to win. Because that's definitely a thing. That's definitely a thing. I'm not gonna pretend it's not like a pretty common trope to have like a character realize that they have their friends at their back and that allows them to be more powerful or whatever. But Fairy Tail is literally like they'll be getting their asses fucking whooped. And then, like, 2 or 3 friends will be like, you can do it! And that's all it takes for them to win. They'll be getting fucking decked out there. And then someone will show up and be like, you got this one! And that's all it takes. Jared, all you care about is whatever makes you horny. Do you ever think about anything else? Besides Final Fantasy XIV and porn? Fairy Tail did have a banging soundtrack, though. That one, like, Celtic theme song they use. The thing is mad hype. The crippling depression of being alone forever and food. It's also... it's okay. I also just watched Jujutsu Kaisen for the hotties. I really like Jujutsu. I feel like I was kind of hard on Jujutsu when everyone was talking about it. Like, I kind of didn't give it a great review. It's legitimately, like, when I read through the new chapters for the week, though I always read from, like, least type to most type. So I read the garbage shit first, and I read One Piece last. Before I read One Piece, I read Jujutsu Kaisen. The last 4 I always read are Dr. Stone, My Hero Academia, Jujutsu Kaisen, and One Piece. So, like, Jujutsu Kaisen is really high up in my opinion now. I think, like, for some reason, the first time I read through it, I, like, just couldn't keep up with it that well. But then, like, I watched the anime and I was like, this is fucking Pog. And now, like, reading new chapters every week, it just keeps getting more Pog. So I don't know. I think I was too hard on Jujutsu Kaisen the first time I like read through it. I really like it a lot. I spits out whenever they talk about plot related things. It's a shonen I enjoy, and that's hard to do. I think like Jujutsu recently introduced like a super hot trap character too. I don't know if they're a trap. I'm just pretty sure. They haven't like called attention to it, which if they haven't, that's awesome. But if I just misread things and they're not a trap, that's less cool. But either they're a super hot goth trap or a super hot goth girl, and either way I like them. I really wasn't into it. I don't know why. I guess there was just something I wasn't getting about it or something. Because I really like it now. Oh, it doesn't matter which side goes in here. One side of this is scratched, so that's going back. Why is this side not going in? There we go. Is the stand coming along well? Yeah, I think we're almost done here. We have to attach the legs. And I think 2 shelves or something? I don't know what those pieces are. What are H and I? Oh, they're the doors. Of course. Okay, so we're attaching the top of it now. Does it fit everything you need? So far, I think so. I just wanted like I don't care that much about my mini stand. I just wanted a larger one. My old one was really small. I mean, it wasn't really small, but like having my TV on it and it like made it so it was difficult for me to like put my PS4 on it at the same time. I just wanted one large enough for me to do both. And I think I'll have that in this. It seems to me that you just eyeball whatever furniture you need. I find furniture that I like the look of. I definitely I care more about the aesthetics of my furniture than I do about the functionality of it. Because I don't use my furniture for that much stuff. Like the exception being my dining table. I bought my dining table with the express purpose of filming. So that was bought with functionality in mind. But with the TV stand, I just wanted one that looked nice. Is there a certain direction this needs to go on? Yes. I think I'm already attaching it the right way. Okay, there we go. That's the bottom. I measure everything 3 times and which items I need to put, so I'm the opposite. I mean, it's not like I'm not checking to make sure that I have space for the furniture that I need. But I just wanted a slightly larger media stand. Like, it didn't need to be huge, it just needed to be larger than my old one. All my furniture is used for is to hold figures and plushies, so my bar's pretty low. My dad installed a wire grid fence on my wall so I can have maximum functionality. It looks freaking cool. That sounds pretty pog. Here's a building tip microwave. You asked about those yesterday. If you have, like I have now, a bunch of spots that need to be screwed in,
Don't go like one at a time in a line like that and save the end for last. Work from outward in. So I started in that corner. Next I'm going to this corner. And then I'll go to the other two corners. And then I'll work my way inward from there. And the reason we do that is that sometimes once you have one side screwed in, it gets too tight and the other side doesn't end up fitting. However, once the outside is really solidly in place, the inside will naturally kind of get pushed together to make it work. I was more curious about industry-related things like money laundering and scams. Here's a scam. Most of your furniture you buy is not nearly as expensive as you're buying it for. At World Market, we once sold a $1,300 dresser that, like, and we could look up at our computer and see how much we paid for it as a company. That $1,300 dresser cost $400. It was practically a third of its actual. It was a third of its actual cost. Or I'm sorry, it was 3 times its actual cost. Furniture salesmen are fucking scammers. And yeah, like if you buy a piece of furniture made with really nice materials, that could increase the cost, sure. But they still, like, you know, furniture costs a lot if it's like made expertly, right? But most furniture is made by, you know, machines today. So all they're actually paying for is the materials and whatever they need to run the machines. Which means even if it's a really nice piece of furniture, you're not actually paying for how much it costs to build it. You're just paying for the materials plus 70%. It's because back in the day, you'd have a rug craftsman who would build a rug from scratch out of materials that were hard to come by. And so it was really expensive to buy a rug because you were paying for not only the materials themselves, but also for the talent or the skill of the craftsman. But now, everything's made by machines. So all you're really paying for is a markup on the materials. And a designer, I guess. It does have a middle leg, so that it's better supported in the center. And at less risk of falling over. Or collapsing under its own weight, I suppose. My what is it? My couch also has a middle leg. For the same reason, because it's long. I should probably turn this over while I do the last part here. But I think I'll just keep working with it upside down. Thank you, Microwave. I appreciate the recognition. All right, which one do I want to start with here? Let's start with H. Is she asleep? Her eyes are open. She's still awake. She's on her way out, though. She's glaring at me. all P screws. I wonder if I mentioned that I found Nami's backstory very sad, much crying. That's One Piece. Welcome to the world of One Piece, where nobody dies, but everyone has a horribly depressing backstory. That's the One Piece experience. There will be like side characters that you don't expect to learn the backstory of. And you will, and it'll be sad. You think you know Luffy's backstory? Bold of you to assume Luffy's backstory has been fully explained. You think you know Sanji's backstory? You thought Sanji being starved on a rock for 50 days while the guy who would become his adoptive father ate his own leg? You thought that was sad? Bold of you to assume that was it for Sanji's backstory. Luffy's secretly related to everybody in the world, and they all had a backstory related to him that was sad. I just stabbed myself with a screwdriver. Just trying to nudge this piece. Is this gonna fit right? This doesn't feel like it'll fit right. No, it will. We're good. The diagram looks different. That's why I was confused. Yeah, despite the like very cheery exterior of One Piece, there's a lot of sad shit in it. Mostly in the form of depressing backstories. Just make the sadness sadder. I like to think that it's to show that you don't have to be weighed down by your past or whatever. You see so many anime characters who like define themselves by their trauma. One Piece characters aren't like that. They find happiness despite their trauma, and I like that. None of the Straw Hats are edgy bitches because they had a sad backstory. Exactly. My man Sasuke really had a sad time and decided to define his entire life by it. He had friends. He had loved ones. He had people who cared about him, and he decided, nah, I gotta be sad. Happiness ain't it. It does have nicer handles. It's got like wooden handles this year. Decent metal hinges. The grabby pieces. I believe that is the technical name. Woo. I gotta make sure these are facing the right way. I think they are. Yeah, they can only face like this if they're facing outward like this. Okay, so that's all I need to know. Swear to God, if I install this door and the hinges are fucked, I'm gonna be pissed off. get back here. Do you notice how all my furniture is either gray or black? My tastes are simple, but I think they look good. I really embraced the modern aesthetic as my entire being. It's actually kind of difficult to find pieces that I like, because sometimes they're a little too simple. One pretty and brown couch. Why would you go with a brown couch, though? Gray and black are plenty cozy. What are you shit talking over there? You trying to offend my aesthetic? How dare you? I always get compliments on how cozy my apartment seems, and I always choose black and gray. So, isn't your couch kind of brown? What are you talking about? Maybe in this light, but it's gray. My camera's white balance isn't set up to accept sunlight, so the sunlight is making everything seem a little more yellow in here than it is. But no, it is straight up slate gray. Shit! What, you don't want to feel like you're living inside of a factory with gray factory equipment everywhere? That doesn't sound attractive to you? I think you're being too picky, microwave. Right, Luna? Luna agrees. Luna, you smell bad. I just want you to know. It's okay. But I want you to know. Does Luna like baths? I've never given Luna a bath. Not once. I have tried to clean her butt before, because sometimes she gets poop stuck to her butt because she has long fur. She doesn't like that. She doesn't like when I try to wash her butt. Maybe we need to bargain with her. I just need to dope her up with catnip so she doesn't even know what's happening. Does she like treats? Not as much as other cats, but she does. Luna just doesn't like food in general. I think she thinks she can exist without food because she's a goth bitch, just like her papa. But she can't. She needs to eat sometimes. Luna exists purely on the... You know how, like, cats get, like, static electricity when you, like, pet them? That's how Luna functions. She requires constant pets so that she has enough static electricity to charge herself. That's how Luna operates. And any theories that would suggest otherwise are wrong. Hey, that's a pretty nice door. Take the sticker off of here. Alright. One more door and then I think we got this whole thing done. So you're just getting furniture pieces the next few days? I have one more piece of furniture coming, but after that I don't have anything for a while. I want to get a bookshelf. I want to get 2 bookshelves for my Gundam and for my books, but I'm really broke right now. Pretty tight on money, and IKEA doesn't have the one that I want in stock at the moment because of their issues with getting stock. So I probably, like, after I get this storage cabinet I bought, I won't have any new furniture for a while. And it's gonna suck because all my books and stuff are just gonna sit there packed into a box, and it's not gonna look good. But I'm very broke, so you wouldn't think so, but you know, believe it or not, moving across the country is kind of expensive. I didn't expect it, certainly. They're so close to me, and I paid much more for a mirror now. Yeah, they're really far away from me. It's a 4-hour trip for me to go to IKEA. The old I used to live 20 minutes away from an IKEA, but now I live really far away from one. Which is unfortunate because I'm a cheap bastard and I like simple furniture. So IKEA is kind of great for me. And their delivery costs are stupid. I don't know how they're calculating their delivery costs, but it's absurdly expensive. Yeah, the great thing about IKEA is that the materials are cheap and they don't build it for you. So that's where you're saving all that money. They don't mark up their furniture nearly as much as other people. You know, they're upfront about the fact that what they sell is pretty cheap. IKEA is honestly a pretty, like, they're one of the better companies in the world just because they offer more honest pricing. Luna is... I legitimately think cats can just choose whether or not to be in a solid or liquid state. Because, like, you know, sometimes I'll be laying, like, with my arm against my stomach or something, and Luna will, like, come and lay down between my arm and my stomach, and it's like her body perfectly fills out the crevice between the two. And just, you know, somehow her entire body morphs to that shape. And it doesn't make any sense. I purely think they just make themselves turn into liquid for a bit when they want to get comfy. They can just deactivate bones. Okay, I think we're on the last step here. I don't think we should have anything to do after I attach this door. I was thinking about getting a dating app again, but then I remembered most people don't change their bed sheets every week. Are you feeling lonely, Microwave? Are you looking to date someone? You're gonna get some hot thotty on your dick? No, I don't really go on dating apps that much, mostly because like I can't conversate over like text at all. I sound boring in text messages and stuff like that, so it's really hard for me to like do dating apps because I just sound like a boring person. And like, you know, someone on a dating app isn't gonna like want to go meet you in person for your like first date or whatever. They're gonna want to get to know you a bit over text first, and then they find out, oh, Mac's boring. But I did reactivate my dating apps after getting here in Oregon, and so far, nothing is different. It's the same as it's always been. I'm still out here struggling. And then it makes me depressed. It makes me feel like I have. It makes me feel even less good about myself. So eventually, I'll delete it out of that alone. I'm not lonely at all. I just haven't gotten harassed on the street since moving, so it gives me the illusion that people here might be nice. I see. Well, it's like I'm not like a super hot supermodel kind of guy, so my method on the internet dating apps is to like put up a couple like cute-ish photos of myself, and then the rest of them are just like really shit photos of myself that are clearly meant to be memes. I've got one photo of myself on my dating profiles that's like my face content aware scaled, so I just look like a fucking a fucking freak. And then I have a picture of Luna on there if nothing I can do will convince them. Shit. Have you considered playing New World Friend? I thought about it. I probably won't, Justin. Thanks for asking. Are you playing it? You would play it. I can't stop. I had my MMO grind in the form of Final Fantasy 14 online earlier this year. I've gotten my MMO fix for the next decade or two. Just maybe the old-fashioned way, like through mugging or something. See, that's the difficult part. Is like I'm not against dating. I just don't date because number one, I'm a super introverted person and I don't generally like being around people that much. But I also don't meet anybody because I don't go outside of my apartment that much. Whatever. Why date when I can stream on Twitch? Why date when I can build furniture on the internet? One of my favorite subreddits is a subreddit called r/not how women work. Not how girls work. Sorry, not how girls work. And it's just a subreddit of like people posting like really shitty dating advice that they saw men post. And it is as hilarious as it is terrifying to think that they actually think the way that some of these men do. Shake your hand and stroke it with your thumb while maintaining eye contact. Not talk about how nice her shoes are. And there was like one I saw the other day. Like some guy was trying to tell people that like they shouldn't shower because women are actually attracted to the quote unquote natural musk aka BO. It's like, bro, no, you need to shower. See, that's the other thing. Like, I can't talk to women in public because I'm always terrified of like being perceived as harassing. And it's like even in like social settings, like I'll be at like a nightclub where like it's kind of common ground for people to like meet each other, and I'll be like, they're just here to listen to the music. They don't want to talk to me. And it's like, part of me is glad that I'm respectful like that and I'm not a fucking animal, but at the same time, I don't talk to women. I just talk to Luna. Luna's a girl. I woke her up just by smacking her cat tree. Sorry, Luna. Are you mad that I'm touching your tummy? Cute baby. It is done. Yeah, I like the way this looks. This is a good looking TV stand. Oh. That's pretty poggers. I like that. Got some magnetic doors. Not very well magnetized. Nice. Finally, an appropriate slice. God damn it. I just don't know. I don't know. I don't like. I'm not great at interpreting like the subtleties of body language and speech. So how the fuck am I supposed to know when someone's just being nice to me versus actually wanting to talk to me? You know, how can I tell the difference between someone actively wanting to not talk to me and just, well, not necessarily, like, how can I tell the difference between someone wanting to talk to me and wanting to just not be rude, you know? You can't tell. You can't. Fun fact about Justin. He's actually an eighth dimensional plasma being. So he doesn't have a body, so it's really hard for him to understand body language, and I understand that. That's really difficult. Can we get an F in the chat for our boy Justin? Excuse me. All right. When I think I smile, I actually don't look like I'm smiling. I mean, Justin, you've come a long way. You know, you used to not understand language in general. You used to just not talk, and when you did talk, it was about porn. Good old Justin. When I was born, I didn't speak English. All right, give me a second. I'll move my camera. I was just taking a little break there. Just gotta plug the camera back in. Hang on a minute.
You should sing a song next time you adjust the camera. I don't think you want to. Oh, actually, I would say I don't think you want to hear me sing, but I know of anybody you definitely want to see me sing, so or hear me sing, because for some reason you like that. You fucking freak. Well, that was building a media stand. I did it. I got it. I have a media stand now. When I get off stream, I'm gonna replace my coffee table with my new media stand. I have so much cardboard and garbage in my apartment that I have to throw away. But I'm kind of just like, I want to like deal with it all at once. So like all the trash from building furniture and like unpacking stuff is kind of just accumulating. And rather than taking it all out as soon as like, rather than taking it all out like one trash bag at a time, I'm just kind of like letting it build until I can deal with it all at once. You did it like the big boy you are. Big boy. Not as big as him. He's bigger. He's actually not. He's pretty short. He's only 5 feet tall. I'm not even talking about like just just the furniture boxes or anything though. I'm talking about like I unpacked my whole kitchen yesterday and I still have all of the boxes because I was lazy and I didn't throw them away. It'd be funny to have a tall skeleton. I think it was Costco that was selling like a 12-foot skeleton for like $300, and I absolutely want to buy that. I think that'd be pog as hell. Oh man. What do you guys want to see me play? I don't even know what to play anymore. You know, I've been gone for a while. I haven't played any video games. Like obviously I want to pick up Dark Souls 3. But after that, what the fuck am I going to play? I don't know. I don't have any games that I'm interested in playing right now, so I got to do a flight simulator stream where I stream flying from Michigan to Oregon, so I can kind of, do it vicariously on stream. No new games that are cool. I'm sure there are new games that are cool, but I'm too broke to buy any of them. I want to play Forza Horizon 5, but I probably wouldn't play that on stream because I don't stream race games. I just do that casually. I don't know. I haven't checked Steam in a while because I don't want to be tempted. You know what my answer is to that? What, Monster Hunter? Do the simulator games. Simulator games are like my bread and butter. I did just get an access code to Guild Wars 2. Maybe I could play Guild Wars 2 instead of playing New World. I'm sure that wouldn't annoy anybody who's currently in this chat. Deep Rock Galactic is on sale. I really want to. Deep Rock Galactic was really fun, but I don't have anybody to play it with. And I don't think I can convince any of my friends to play it with me. But it's really fun. Does Deep Rock Galactic have a demo? Bro, Deep Rock Galactic, you need a demo that I can send to my friends and be like, "Hey, you should get this so we can play it together." If your game is co-op focused, you should have a demo so you can try to convince more people to play it. Final Fantasy 14. I don't know if I'll ever return to Final Fantasy 14. I have zero interest in doing that. I really just kind of got what I wanted out of that game. I couldn't even tell you like what the gameplay of New World is like. I haven't seen anything of it. I'd really love to play Red Dead Redemption 2, but the fucking game still doesn't launch on my computer. It's like annoying me at this point. Like I'm mad about it. I'm like, I bought the game. I should be able to play it, but I can't. And Rockstar support is completely unhelpful. And so I've just got this AAA game that's supposed to be incredible sitting on my computer that I cannot play. And like the screenshots of it look wonderful. They look beautiful. And I want to play the damn game. But I can't. The problem is that like the Rockstar support is like automated and like all the responses are automated. So like, you go through this checklist of things that are like the most obvious ways to fix it. And when none of them work, Rockstar support has no answer for that because you're never talking to an actual like IT expert. You've played Red Dead 2, Microwave? You did? I can't tell if you're being sarcastic. You can also like fold origami on stream. I do have more cards to open. I haven't done a card opening stream since before I left, obviously. I played just a bit of walking around and creating the stupidest beard.
I wasn't even that into the game. Like, it was really fun to explore the open world, but the story and missions were fucking dumb. The gunplay was awful. But I just want to play it because I own it. Like, I want to play it because it won't let me play it. That's the main reason I want to play Red Dead 2, because I can't play it. That's all it took to like really generate some interest in the game for me. I want to play the game because I can't play the game, and it pisses me off. I own it, damn it. It probably cost a lot too. I think I got it on sale. I don't know how much I paid for it. It wasn't full price, but it wasn't. I bought it. You know, regardless of the price, I should be able to play it. If anything, they could have refunded you. That's what I said too. Like, when I put in my support ticket with Rockstar, I was like, I can't get a Steam refund because I've played too many hours, even though most of my time playing the game is just troubleshooting it. And I was like, if you can't fix this problem, can I at least get a refund? And they didn't even respond to that. They wouldn't entertain that idea. And I absolutely refused to buy it on console for two reasons. Number one, I already own the game. And number two, playing a shooter on a console is basically hell. I asked Steam support. Like, Steam support if I could get a refund. Or if they know how to fix it. See, like, the problem I'm having seems to be like a common one. But I don't, like, the common solution doesn't work for me. So whatever issue is causing it for me is not like the normal issue that can be easily fixed. So you throw that up on Steam support and you're going to have a million people answering all the same thing, and you have to be like, it doesn't work. That's not it. That ain't it, chief. Did you try running it and administer? Yes, I fucking tried that, you idiot. Did you try verifying the game file? Yes! How stupid do you think I am? You think I don't have... I'm a PC player. You think I don't have years of troubleshooting video games under my belt? I'm sure I'll figure out something to play. I only have the one PC. Yes, I know I'm poor. I only have one gaming computer. I bet it would start on some shitty laptop, because the issue isn't my hardware. This is absolutely a software issue. And so I bet if I just started it on a different computer, it would work just fine, but it wouldn't like play well. It's very frustrating. It is very frustrating. I just want to play the game. I feel like if I ever get to play the game, I'm going to play it for like 4 hours and be like, I wasted energy being upset about this. But god damn it, I want to play the game. Anyway, still don't know what you should play. Yeah, me neither. Me neither. I don't know that I want to start a story game right away now that I'm back. You know, I want to do some other stuff first. I honestly, I obviously wanted to launch into Dark Souls 3 tomorrow, but with how fucked my lighting is. And yes, that is a big enough problem for me to delay it. I suppose, what time is it now? It's 6 o'clock. If I started driving now, I could be to IKEA just before 8 and then be home like just after 10. It's not impossible for me to go to IKEA tonight. And then I would be able to play Dark Souls 3 tomorrow. I could give you my Switch so you can clear the difficult Yoshi levels. Let's talk about the Switch. So while my computer was being shipped across the country, I was bored out of my mind at home, and so I bought Dark Souls Remastered for the Switch. Playing Dark Souls Remastered, playing Dark Souls at all on the Joy-Cons is a fucking nightmare. The game requires so much delicate control, and the Joy-Cons are just not designed for that kind of thing. It hurts. It actively cramps up my hand to try to play Dark Souls with the Joy-Cons. It hurts to play it like that. Can you not tape cardboard to your window? I guess I could. Theoretically. I don't know that I want to. I have more respect for the guy I saw playing Dark Souls on the Switch on the bus the other day. It's hard. It's like the Joy-Con is too small, you know, it's too little. And you have to like be doing so much shit with it. It doesn't work. It does not. And like the way you have to hold it too in handheld, at least, like the hand position in handheld is not conducive to playing Dark Souls at all. It made it a much more difficult experience. Were you like peeking over his shoulder to see what he was up to? To see if he was as good at those games as Captain Mac? I'm so pumped for like to play Dark Souls 3 because I know that game so well. I'm just gonna fucking tear ass through it. You guys are gonna be so impressed. You're gonna think I'm the ultimate gamer. Like if you thought I was the ultimate gamer because I could beat the other games, period, wait till you see me play Dark Souls 3. I know you always think I'm the Dark Ultimate Gamer, but you're going to think I'm like the super ultimate gamer when I play Dark Souls 3. I'm going to fucking crush that game. I'm going to clear so many bosses first try, you're going to be like, what the fuck is happening? You're going to think Dark Souls 3 is easy. You're going to watch me playing it and think it's an easy game because I'm just going to be fucking tearing ass through it. All right, well, I guess I'll call it here. I am legitimately thinking about heading to IKEA right now. I wonder how long they're open till. Because if I could get it done tonight and not have to go to IKEA on a weekend day, you know, I'd be staying up kind of late. But, you know, it would be nice to have it done. And then I could stream Dark Souls tomorrow. They close at 9, so I have time to get there if I leave soon. Leave. Fine. I guess. Say goodbye, Luna. Luna? Luna, do you want to say goodbye? Have a good night.